Hello guys! So I am back today with another cooking video. The beginning part of my video kind of got a little cut off and I was just saying hello again. And yeah, I haven't filmed in a while, but we're gonna get back into that clip. I just wanted to say hi because it didn't catch it when I filmed it. And let's get started in the video. I guess I haven't been doing a lot of cooking over the weekends because it was Christmas season and I had a lot of crafty stuff to get done and a lot of custom orders, but it is now Christmas break, but we're past Christmas and I do have still a couple more albums I need to make this week, and today's already Thursday. Like, where did the time go? Like, it really threw me off with Christmas being on Monday. But I hope you guys had a happy holiday, and I'm wishing you guys a happy new year for, next week. But yeah, so I still have some more stuff to work on, but I also have a lot of kitchen stuff to do. And one of the things I wanted to do this week is make and can 1-jar meals. So yesterday I did 2 of them, which, oh my god, it takes so long, guys. It takes an hour and a half in the pressure canner, and that's after it comes to pressure, but then you still have the cooling down process. But anyway, I made 2 of, what was this? Pot roast in a jar, and then 2 chicken and gravy. And then today we're going to do 2 chicken curry and then 2 beef stroganoff. So that's what I'm working on today, and I'm also going to make beef stock today as well. We got some beef on some bones, so I could just, I'll pressure cook it in my Instant Pot. So we have to make some beef stock because I did vegetable stock the other day. I needed beef stock yesterday and I still had to buy some store-bought, and we got the beef bones, and now I just need to make some beef stock. And I also made some French onion soup yesterday. Guys, that was divine. Oh my gosh. Such a good French onion soup, and it was super easy to make. I'll have that link down below for you guys, and I'll insert a couple of clips here.
Big onion soup.
So yeah, guys, that soup was amazing. But anyway, we need to start canning, so I'm gonna get my book and see what we gotta put together. I guess I'll prepare my jars first because they have to warm up anyway, but it's probably gonna take a while for me to get all the ingredients together for everything else anyway, so they'll probably just sit in the water once they're warmed up for a little bit. And these guys, I also gotta put in some hot water. Alright guys, so one of the meals needs a cup of potatoes. It said raisins too, and I don't have raisins, but it's fine because I actually don't even like raisins unless they're covered in chocolate. But anyway, so I'm gonna peel a cup of potatoes. And I'm going to work on both of these meals in just 2 different bowls right now. Because then they both need onion. And I figured working on them both would be easier than working on them separate. And then I'm going to do the meat part last. It's like 1 cup feels so little. Let's throw in a couple of extra, I guess. Alright, the rest is extra though. Not sure what to do with that just yet. I don't know, maybe I need to do dinner with some potatoes or something. Looks like I also need some tomatoes for one of the recipes. I need 1 cup finely chopped tomatoes. I only have these grape tomatoes. I have an order coming in from Target this morning that's supposed to come in like an hour, but it doesn't look like they started even shopping yet, so we're gonna go with grape tomatoes. And I need a cup of these. All right, we got like half a cup so far. Feels like I've been chopping so many, but I get it, they're grape tomatoes. All right, that's about 1 cup of tomatoes. So I'm adding that to the bowl. I guess this is kind of like 2 separate recipes anyway. Now we just need onion in this one, and then the seasonings. The other one, okay. The other one we need mushrooms, and that's pretty much the only difference. So I'm just letting kind of my onion thaw out a little bit more. It's all kind of chopped and ready to go. I'm still gonna let it defrost a little bit more for the other meal. Okay, I got some mushrooms. I got some tomato paste, which is for the other recipe. So the other one needs 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. This is like the only jar I had in my pantry, so hopefully there's 4 tablespoons in here, because it's, you know, it's not like a huge jar. This is probably the first time I'm ever using tomato paste. I don't really know what else to use it for. Okay, next up we need 1 cup of mushrooms. I don't know about you guys, but do you guys peel your mushrooms? Because I do, but I also know people that don't. I have always done it because that's what my parents did. Okay, we got like about 1 cup of mushrooms. All right, we need my 1 cup of onion, and then that's the only thing left before we add the meat and the spices. So that's it for veggies. Here's the chicken one. Here is the beef stroganoff. But again, they need the meat. So I'm gonna do the spices now because, wow, I need tomato paste in here also. That's interesting. It's considered a seasoning for this one and not a seasoning for that one. Okay, well, I'm glad I have more tomato paste. So, I don't know, about 4 tablespoons. All right, we have probably just a little bit under 4 tablespoons. I don't know why they didn't just put it all together into the same section, but this one also needs cilantro, but right now I need curry powder and garam masala. All right, got both of those, which is just a teaspoon of each of those. I hope Target starts shopping for my order soon because I haven't gotten a text message yet. It's supposed to have been here in like 13-ish minutes, but it's nowhere in sight because they haven't even texted me that they started shopping. So I might have to wait a little bit more because I do need cilantro and I had ordered it, and I don't want to not use it and use dry if they do have it. This one needs black pepper, thyme, parsley. Oh, we need garlic cloves for this one, and Worcestershire sauce. Black pepper, thyme. All right, black pepper, 1 teaspoon. 2 teaspoons thyme. It doesn't say ground or like flakes, so I don't know. I guess we'll use ground thyme. But then for parsley, I have flakes, and I had, you know, regular thyme also, but it doesn't specify. 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire. We need some garlic in that beef stroganoff one also. I was just about to cancel my Target order, and I just got the text that they're just starting to shop for my order. So I'm gonna wait a few minutes. I will put on some boiling water because I gotta get my lids in there to kind of soften or whatever. But I'm gonna hope that they have cilantro. If they don't, I will use dried because I am not about to run out to the store. It's been raining and pouring all week. This morning we actually woke up to like 3 spots in our bedroom from the rain. It's coming in, I guess. And last week when we had crazy wind, 2 of our shingles off of our roof came flying off. And that's where we have the wet rain spots now. So fun times, home ownership life, right? But it's fine. We'll get it fixed. We already texted somebody. But yeah, I'm hoping they have the cilantro. If they don't, we're gonna use dried. And right now, I'm gonna get my tea kettle, get some water boiling, and then put my lids in there. I'm gonna start chopping up the meat, but before I do that, I'm just gonna put the lids in here so that when the water boils, these will be ready to go. And I can put the boiling water in here. I'm gonna start with my chicken. I have some leftover chicken yesterday from when I started cutting. I might have a little bit under the 2 pounds though at this point. I've also got my scale out just because I know I'm gonna have more of the beef. I mean, I hope I have enough chicken, or at least close to it. But we're just cutting this into cubes. So we're definitely not going to have 2 pounds. I haven't even done a whole pound yet, but this is all I had. So that's what we're going with. Maybe I'll just throw in like the rest of the potatoes. To kind of fill up the jar. We ended with 1 pound and 10 ounces. I will add the rest of the potatoes. So, I mean, I didn't have a lot of potatoes left, but I will throw that in there. And if I need to cut up some more, I'll do that. Looks like they had the cilantro, guys, so I will wait and hold off to get that one in the jar. But I could start at least getting the other 2 done, and I still have my meat to chop up. Now let's just hope that my order gets delivered sooner than later, because they haven't told me that they're leaving. So we'll see. Oh boy, guys, I just took out the meat, and this is a beef brisket now. So originally I was gonna do the shredded chipotle beef for tacos also, which requires beef brisket. But I'm not doing that one anymore because we could only do kind of like 2 meals a day because only 4 quart-size jars or 5 quart-size jars will fit at a time. But it takes forever because it takes like an hour and a half. Then it has time to cool down. That's another few hours by the time it comes to pressure and all that stuff. So I'm only doing like the 1 jar meals, like 1 a day. And I don't think I'm gonna get to the brisket anymore. So we're gonna use the brisket in place of the beef chuck because I had already frozen the beef chuck yesterday after I used it. Not realizing and not thinking this through, but it's fine. So we're gonna use beef brisket instead of the beef chuck, and hopefully it'll taste good. I really don't know what I'm doing with all these different meats. This is like not stuff I've ever bought before or worked with before. So it kind of looks very gross right now. Am I supposed to cut off all this fat? I don't know. But I need 2 pounds. Oh man, I feel like I need a different knife. Okay, we're gonna go with this knife that has like the teeth. And I guess we're just gonna get to chopping. All right, so far we only got 1 pound that I cut up, so yeah, we got some more to go. All right, so I'm gonna start getting this mixed up. That one is ready, and I could get this one jarred up. The other one, I'm still waiting on the cilantro, but this one, all right, I can start getting things ready. So my jars have been ready for quite some time. Okay, so we're gonna get these jars filled up. And we're gonna be topping this off with beef broth. It is supposed to be warm beef broth, but this is what I got. And I can't use my microwave because my canner is plugged in to where my microwave, like in the same like outlet, and the breaker will flip if I try to use my microwave and the canner at the same time. Something I already learned, so I can't use both at the same time. Hazel's barking. I'm hoping that means my Target order arrived so I could get the other ones done. Alright, I got my lids here. They're not even that hot anymore. Alright, so I'm going to get these 2 in the canner. Obviously my canner has only been warmed up so far, but I'm hoping that this was my Target order. It was. All that, guys, for this. I needed the cilantro, and I only need 4 tablespoons, so I'm going to get this chopped up now. Alright, let's get this chopped up. I just washed it. Got a new clean knife and a new cutting board. right, we got the chicken mixture, and now we're gonna mix that up together. Alright, you guys are a little lopsided right now because my hands are dirty and I tried to move you guys a little bit so you guys could see what I'm doing. But again, I'm just putting this in. This one, instead of beef broth, is gonna get some chicken broth. I have to see if my homemade one is still good because I have it in the fridge. If anything, maybe I'll use my vegetable stock because I have some of that in the fridge as well. Alright, here's my homemade chicken broth. It tastes fine. I mean, I see why you're supposed to heat this up. I think that's too much in that one. It is time to make some beef broth. So we got some ribs. They're very, very like fatty. They're on a bone. I'm gonna use that. It's supposed to have a little bit of meat on. Mine's gonna have a lot of bit of meat on. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of rinse them so that they're not bloody. And we're gonna just stick, oh, I suppose I have to sear the bones. Sear the beef bones. Okay. So I guess we're searing the beef bones first. I don't know how many is 2 pounds though, because this is like 4.291 pounds. I could probably get like 2 batches out of this. I only want to make one right now, and then I might just like freeze the rest for another day that I want to make bone broth. But this is going to be another canning project later on for me to can that. So, all right, 2 pounds-ish. I'm going to get all of these rinsed. I'm going to get some oil in my Instant Pot. And then, while that is heating up, I will get the other stuff kind of ready. So I'm gonna need 2 carrots, a celery rib. I don't know why it only wants 1 celery rib, but I don't know. Well, maybe we'll do 2. I want the leafy one because I know that's something I probably won't use. So. Maybe that's good. I feel like I used a lot more in my vegetable broth, but then I guess it was veggie broth. We're gonna need an onion, some garlic. Perfect, because I got 1 onion left that's not yet chopped up. And you could actually do the skin and everything when you're doing this. I'm gonna take mine off this time just because I'm doing meat, but with the veggie broth, I left it all on. And then I need some garlic cloves, and those you do want peeled, but you do not need to cut them. Okay, I'm gonna get my ribs in here. These are ribs, right? Because I don't even know. So guys, I just put up this thing up there and it's got like a suction cup, so I'm trying to film like a reel at the same time because I don't have any in my stash anymore. So I've been trying to film as much as I can this week. Any like clips I could put together later on so I could have a reel ready to post. So yeah, a lot of the time I'm like trying to like do both at the same time, but this is working really well because it's got like that suction cup thing. You guys could see my phone up there and it's straight down onto my Instant Pot. It's probably a better angle than what you guys are seeing because you guys don't have that. You guys are just on the stand. But yeah, I'm literally just searing this, and once that's done, I'll get everything else in there. So I'm just scraping the bottom bits now, deglazing the pot, because we don't need to be getting no burn message. I'm gonna add my ribs back in there, my bones. throwing in some bay leaves, a teaspoon of peppercorns, I'm using Celtic sea salt, but I'm going to use a teaspoon of this. And then 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. This honestly does not seem like a lot though. And I'm wondering if I should just keep going and add more to fill this up kind of to the top. I don't know, but I guess we'll go with that and see. So it's time to make a very early dinner. It's more like lunchtime because it's 12:30, but this is gonna be dinner now. So I'm cutting up some kielbasa here, and I'm gonna be doing a gnocchi kind of sausage dish here, and I was gonna do something with the beef brisket, but my Instant Pot is still in use, and to do it in the slow cooker you need 6 to 8 hours, and then it would be like 8:30 p.m. so we're not gonna do that. So this is the next thing that we're coming up with, and it's gonna be a gnocchi sausage kind of dish. So I have water going to heat up and boil on the stove. I got pumpkin gnocchi. I have regular gnocchi too, but my regular gnocchi like falls apart and becomes complete mush. My pumpkin gnocchi holds its shape better. So I'm gonna use this, and maybe if I have time this week, I will work on a new regular gnocchi kind of thing. But for now, we're just gonna use the pumpkin one. And I'm chopping up some sausage here. And while that's still going, I'll at least prepare all of my seasonings. So I got the sausage kind of cut up, and then we need all the seasonings of like basil, oregano, crushed red pepper, Parmesan. Where does the garlic powder come in? Yeah, I guess that goes with that. They just forgot to put it down. All right, so I'm gonna get the seasonings ready. And these little bowls come in very handy for all my seasonings. All right, so for oregano, we need half a teaspoon, or actually that one is basil, and this is oregano. I've been recently liking the addition of crushed red pepper, but I'm not good with spice, so I'm not gonna do a lot of this, just a little bit, because I'm not good. It said to do 1.5 teaspoons. I barely did a half. And then garlic powder is 1/4 of a teaspoon, so I'm just eyeballing what was half of that. And then salt and pepper to taste. But this is now ready. While I went through my fridge on a hunt to find the Parmesan cheese, I ended up finding a bunch of things in the back of the fridge that needed to get thrown out. So I had to do that. And it was just like some lemon juice that I had squeezed, some pumpkin puree that I made and didn't get to use, some other spoiled Parmesan cheese, and then a couple of sauces that had gone bad. Oh, and my sauerkraut. It didn't taste so good. But yeah, now I'm just like, maybe I should make more sauerkraut. I just keep adding things to my list. I really wish I had all the time in the world to get everything done, but knowing that I only have like a few more days left before I go back to work again, it's like I'm trying to fit everything in these couple of days, but I still have albums to make, and it's hard. I still do make things throughout the school year. It's just I'm trying to get as much of it done now as much as I can. So we just had lunch dinner and my dryers just beeped and they're done canning. So I'm gonna get those out and those are just gonna chill. There's still 2 hours left on my broth. So that, oh, I still can't do anything here because there's a little knob that hasn't went down yet. So I can't actually open that just yet. All right, so it finally went down and I could take these out. So steamy in there. Something like siphoned again. So I'm hoping they'll still can, but I'm gonna see if any of these like didn't seal, because that one didn't. Oh damn. All of them? Well, that's a lot of meals. I was gonna be like, okay, if it's just one, we could eat it, but if it's all of them, yeah, I can't do that. Okay guys, I'm not sure what's going on. Now it looks like some of them sealed. I know you're supposed to wait anywhere from like 12 to 24 hours before you check the seal. So I know I gotta wait, and I know it's not like official and it could still seal after. I haven't had much success with them sealing after. Maybe like once it happened before, but most of the time if they don't seal by the time they're out of the pressure canner, then my experience is that they don't. But we'll see. Maybe they will seal, maybe they won't, and I'm just gonna clean up the kitchen a little bit, and I'm then gonna go upstairs and get some crafting done. So the beef broth is ready, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and strain it, and I'm gonna make another batch when I get home. I do have to go to my sister's house and feed her chickens. They're not home for a few days, so I got not feed the chickens, get their eggs and stuff, and make sure the dog has food and walk the dog and all that stuff. But I'm gonna try and see if my sister has another onion so I can make more beef stock when I get home, because I have no more onions. And yeah, so I'm gonna strain it and then I'm gonna let it cool down, because in order to can it, you need like the fat to solidify, and then you gotta skim the fat off. You can't can it with the fat. So I'm gonna get my beef stock, we're gonna strain it, and then we're just gonna let it sit and do its thing. Guys, I have no idea why I put this in the sink. Alright, but here is my beef broth. So, I got back from my sister's, brought home some eggs. There wasn't that many eggs today. Yesterday I got 7, today I got 4. That's Hazel, I just got home. My sister did have an onion, but it's a red onion, and I don't think a red onion really goes with making stock, so I'm gonna make the next batch without onion, and we'll just see how that goes. I mean, if anything, I could mix the two together, but I could also just keep them separate. That's fine also. So I'm not gonna share the whole entire thing again of me making the beef bone broth. Not gonna share it again because I'm just doing the same thing as I did before. But that is gonna be it for today's video. We did a bunch of canning, which, you know, I think it sealed, which I'm very happy about. I really hope it did. I hope that when I go to take off the rings tomorrow and like hold it up by just like the lid, that it doesn't come flying off, and that it actually sealed. So here's the broth. I'm just gonna let that cool down. It's still nice and hot from earlier. And my next batch of meat that's about to go into my Instant Pot. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!